8 things even polite people don't have to apologize for. Things you don't have to apologize for. 1. For saying no. You have the right to say no to almost any request, offer, or demand. And if it's not your job or you haven't made any promises to the person before, you don't have to apologize for your no and feel guilty about it. Are you asked to stay late at work, and you are very tired and wanted to get home sooner? No, I can't, I have other plans. People try to meet you, but you're not looking for a relationship or you don't like the person. No, I'm not interested, have a nice day. An acquaintance wants you to help him move his stuff, and you were planning to go out that day. No, can do. But here's the number of a great mover. Partner wants sex and you don't. Let's not do it tonight. I'm really sleepy. Many are taught from childhood to be model boys and girls who are terrified of upsetting others, and would rather sacrifice their time and comfort than say no. So we try to somehow smooth over a negative response with apologies and excuses. But it is not necessary, and sometimes it is even harmful. If your interlocutor is a manipulator, he will try to take advantage of your weakness to still insist on his position. Of course, don't forget that the rule works both ways. Other people also have the right to refuse you, and their no should be accepted calmly. 2. For not meeting someone's expectations. This point is somewhat similar to the first. If you haven't promised people anything, you don't have to apologize for ruining their illusions. Whether it's your parents who think you're obligated to live according to the plan they made up, a partner who wants to fit you into the framework of an ideal wife or husband, or a friend who has decided that you will always share all his interests and views. Your image that the man has created in his head and his expectations are not your responsibility, unless, of course, you have deliberately misled him. You don't have to serve someone else's interests or conform to someone else's desires, even if you're resented, pressured and guilt-ridden. 3. For spending money on yourself. Some people feel selfish when they buy things for themselves, even if they are necessities. It seems to them that all the money should be invested in the family, in the education of children, in the mortgage, in a vacation together. But pleasing yourself, and even more so buying something basic like clothes, shoes, or medicine, is absolutely normal. Yes, there are situations when the family has serious financial difficulties, and, having bought a cake and a cup of tea in a cafe, you leave your loved ones without dinner. But if no one is starving or in debt, there's no need to apologize for spending on yourself. 4. For the fact that your opinion is different from someone else's. Your views on life may not coincide with the views of your colleagues, friends and relatives. Say, you do not like to go to corporate parties, do not celebrate the traditional holidays, and look at political events not as your environment. In some situations, it is fine to keep silent, but sometimes you have to state your position and defend it. If you behave correctly, do not be rude, do not impose their point of view to anyone, you have nothing to apologize for. You are just expressing your opinion, and you should not feel uncomfortable about it. 5. For people doing their job. Once in a nail salon, I heard a client, sitting at the table with the master, began to make excuses. Sorry, I haven't done anything with my nails for a long time, my cuticles have grown back a lot. But in these situations, there's simply no need to apologize. The man is doing you paid for the service, not doing you a favor. You're not likely to apologize to a surgeon because your appendix is inflamed, or apologize to a tutor because you don't know what he's talking about. 6. For breaking up a toxic relationship. If you are unlucky enough to be the victim of a tyrant and manipulator, whether a friend, relative or loved one, you are not to blame for what happened. When one hurts another morally or physically, it is always the aggressor who is to blame, not the victim. Getting out of such a relationship is the only right thing to do. But to apologize for the fact that you do not want to endure more torment, you definitely do not have to. Even if they are trying to prove you otherwise. 7. For wanting to be alone. Solitude helps to order your thoughts and feelings. Doctors as an approach to effective self-regulation and psychologists the importance of being alone, agrees that everyone needs to spend time alone periodically. So your refusal to go to a raucous party or your desire to walk alone in the park is not a reason to feel guilty and ask for forgiveness from friends or family. 8. For other people's behavior. You are only responsible for your own actions, and the behavior of other adults and able-bodied people does not depend on you. So if your friend, relative, or even an adult child does something wrong, let someone down, cheat, hurt someone, insult them, it is up to that person to apologize for what happened. What to say instead of an apology. It happens that you do not feel guilty and to apologize for absolutely nothing. But you still want to somehow soften the rejection or unpleasant situation. Here's what you can do. Express regret. I'm sorry I can't help you. Acknowledge the other person's emotions. I understand you're very upset that I can't come, it would make me sad too. Offer an alternative. I can't babysit your child today, but my sister can stay with him. She doesn't mind. Thank you for watching the video to the end. Please subscribe and like it, it will be the best motivation for me to release videos more often. Write your opinion of the video in the comments. See you around.